Cotton is botanically termed as Gossypium species, and it is a fiber yielding crop, and it is also known as the queen of fiber crops. It serves as a cash crop also to the farmers, as the lint serves as a raw material for textile industry. The seed is used both for multiplication and as animal feed. The success of commercial crop depends on the quality of the basic seed. Now let us see the floral biology of cotton. Cotton flower as shown in the picture is simple, solitary, terminal, extra axillary, petals which are yellow to cream in color, and cotton is a hermaphrodite flower with bracteoles called as epicalyx, which are 3 in number. The bracteoles are free, deeply serrated and persistent at the base of the flower. The nectary gland is present on each bracteole. The calyx are 5 in number, they are united, cup shaped, and corolla are also 5 in number, polypetalous, and has purple spot which is known as petal spot, and it is present on the inner side of the claw of the petal in some species. Androecium forming a staminal column which is known as monadelphous and bears numerous anthers. The ovary is superior, pentacarpellary with slender style, and the style passes through staminal column with 3 to 5 lobed stigma, and the ovules are many in number in axile placentation. There is much variation in case of flower opening. The Asiatic cotton opens between 8 to 10 am. The American cotton opens much earlier. Temperature affects the flower opening. After the flower opens, the cream yellow color of the corolla turns pink in color within a day and later changes to red. The receptivity of stigma is from 8 am to 10 am. Cotton is an often cross-pollinated crop where the extent of cross-pollination is more than 60%. In cotton, 4 different species are popular. They are Gossypium arboreum, which is a long staple cotton, Gossypium herbaceum, which is Levant cotton, Gossypium hirsutum, which is known as upland cotton, and Gossypium barbadans, which is known as Egyptian or extra long staple cotton. Now let us see the method of seed production. In cotton, the varieties are multiplied under isolation by open pollination, and in hybrids, both intra and interspecific hybrids are available. The interspecific hybrids include hybrids known as Varalakshmi, DCH32 or Jayalakshmi, TCHB 213. The examples for intraspecific hybrids are Suguna and Savita. In hybrid seed production, the major tool employed is emasculation and dusting. Emasculation and dusting is otherwise known as Doak method of hybrid seed production. This method was developed by Doak in the year 1934. This method involves the removal of monadelphous androecium that forms the staminal tube covering the stigma. Now let us see the steps involved in emasculation and dusting one by one. The first step is, as the time of floral initiation in female line, the flowers that are going to open the next day are selected and the petals are removed between 3 to 6 pm. And the second step is, with the help of a nail or needle, the total staminal column, which includes pollen, anther and anther tube, are removed. Then the flowers are covered with a definite color cover for easy identification of the emasculated flowers. In the next day morning, between 9 a.m. to 12 noon, which is the anthesis time, the flowers of the selected male parents are plucked and dusted on the stigma of the emasculated flower. Then it is again covered with a different colored cover to avoid pollination with other pollen and also to identify the emasculated and dusted flower from the rest. The pollen from a single flower is enough to dust 4 to 5 female flowers. The pollen receptivity of the stigma is for 46 hours. For easy identification of the selfed boll from the emasculated and dusted boll, the bract can be removed while emasculation owing to the little contribution of the bract to seed set and seed yield. Selfed bolls are shown in the picture containing bracts and the crossed bolls are without bracts. Now let us see the steps to be followed in hybridizing technique. First of all, in the female flowers, we have to emasculate and dust as far as possible the flower buds appearing during the first 6 weeks of reproduction phase to ensure good setting and development of bolls. Emasculation should be restricted each day evening from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and pollination is to be carried out in morning between 9 a.m. to 12 noon to ensure highest purity of hybrid seeds. Emasculation should be complete and perfect. Optimum sized buds should be chosen and young or too old buds should be avoided for emasculation. Male buds should be covered with paper bags previous evening for their use next day. Emasculated buds may be covered preferably with butter paper covers. A thread has to be tied to the pedicel of the bud immediately after pollination. The crossing program should be closed after 9th week from the commencement of crossing, and all the buds and flowers appearing subsequently should be removed to facilitate the development of crossed bolls. The top and side shoots may be nipped to stop further vertical and horizontal growth. Light irrigation should be given as and when required. Excessive or scanty or inadequate irrigations should be avoided, especially during crossing and boll development period. Irrigation should be continued till last picking of the crossed bolls. The frequency of irrigation depends upon the weather factors like rainfall, temperature and wind velocity. The ripe and completely opened bolls should be picked up along with the threads and collected in baskets for second sorting. The bolls without threads may be bulk harvested as female seed cotton. The crossed bolls collected in baskets may be sorted out for second time to verify that they are crossed bolls. The crossed seed cotton bolls are then collected and stored in gunny bags carefully marked as crossed bolls. Rain touch cotton or hard locks should be picked up and kept separately to avoid poor germination of hybrid seeds. The crossed seed cotton should be stored in a cool, dry place till it is handed over to the processing unit. In addition to emasculation and dusting technique, use of genetic male sterility is also followed in hybrid seed production. Hybrids are also produced by employing genetic male sterility system in cotton, where the female parent will segregate into 50:50 ratio of male sterile and male fertile plants. The male fertile plants are removed and the male sterile plants are crossed with concerned male lines. Example of the hybrid which is developed under genetic male sterility is Suguna, which is a cross between Greg and K 3400. The land requirement. The field should be fertile and formed into ridges and furrows. Black cotton soils are highly preferable than other soils. The land should be free from volunteer plants and designated diseases, especially the wilt disease. The season which is commonly recommended for cotton is winter and summer. For winter crop, the month recommended is August to September, and for summer crop, the season is between February to March. Next coming is the seeds and sowing. The seeds should be obtained from an authenticated source with tag and bill, and pre-sowing management practices should be done by hardening with 1% Prosopis and Pungam leaf extract for rain-fed or summer sowing to resist water stress problem. The use of delinted seed is better than fuzzy seed to avoid diseased and injured seeds. Acid delinting is a very important practice used for upgrading the cotton seeds. Acid delinting, cotton seeds are usually harvested as fuzzy seeds which clog with one another. So, for easy handling, the seeds are delinted using commercial sulfuric acid at the rate of 100 ml per kg of seed for 2 to 3 minutes. After acid seed treatment, the seeds should be washed thoroughly for 3 to 4 times with fresh water. From the floaters, mature seeds without any visible damage can be picked and added to the sinkers. The procedure involved in acid delinting of cotton seed is the weight quantity of fuzzy seed is taken in a plastic container and the required quantity of acid is added. Then the seeds have to be washed with more of water for 5 to 6 times and shade dried to reduce the moisture content to 12% before further handling. Next comes the processing of delinted seeds. Free-flowing delinted seeds can be graded using 10 by 64 inches round perforated metal sieve, which is recommended as a standard sieve in Ossos seed cleaner cum grader for cotton. The seed can also be graded by specific gravity method by using flotation technique using water. The seeds will separate into floaters and sinkers. The sinkers are good quality seeds. From floaters, reddish, damaged seeds and insect damaged seeds are removed. Brownish seeds, which are good seeds, are hand-picked and used for sowing. The seed rate are different for varieties and hybrids and also for long duration and short duration varieties. For varieties, the seed rate is 15 kg per hectare for fuzzy seeds and 7.5 kg per hectare for delinted seeds. For hybrid seed production, the seed rate is 3.75 kg per hectare as used for the hybrid Jayalakshmi and 1 kg per hectare for TCHB 213. In hybrid seed production, the seed rate is 2 kg per hectare for male lines and for female lines the seed rate is 4 kg per hectare. The cotton seeds are treated with azospirillum at 3 packets and 2 kg of azospirillum per hectare mixed with 25 kg of farmyard manure and 25 kg of soil and applied on the seed line. This saves 25% nitrogen beside increasing the seed yield. The spacing between the rows in the seed production plot will vary between varieties and hybrids. In varieties also, the spacing will vary depending upon the duration of crops. For long duration cotton varieties, the spacing adopted will be 90 into 30 cm, and for short duration varieties, the spacing will be 60 into 30 cm. In hybrid seed production, for female lines, the spacing adopted will be 120 into 60 cm, and in male lines, the spacing will be 90 into 60 centimeters. Hybrid seed production. In hybrid seed production, the planting ratio adopted will be 8:2. In hybrid seed production, the system followed is block system where the flowers of 2 parts of male are sufficient to dust 8 parts of female parent. The male and the female parents are raised at an isolation of 5 meter to avoid genetic and physical contamination. The isolation distance followed for foundation and certified seed production for varieties will be 50 for foundation seed and 30 meters for certified seeds. In hybrids also, the similar isolation distance will be followed for foundation seed and certified seed production. The manures and fertilizers applied for cotton seed production. Compost is applied at the rate of 12.5 tons per hectare at basal application. Fertilizer, the recommended dose of fertilizer is 100:50:25 kilogram of NPK per hectare. In this, 50 kilogram of nitrogen, 20 kilogram of phosphorus and 25 kilogram of potash is applied as basal application, and top dressing of 25 kilogram of nitrogen is applied at 40 to 45 days after sowing, and the remaining quantity of nitrogen, that is 25 kilogram of nitrogen, is applied at 70 to 75 days after sowing. Further, a foliar spray of 2% of diammonium phosphate has to be given for female parents on 60, 70, 80 and 90th days after sowing. For the preparation of diammonium phosphate solution, 5 kg of diammonium phosphate has to be soaked in 25 liters of water overnight, and the supernatant liquid should be taken and mixed with 475 liters of water for spraying 1 hectare of seed production plot. Next is the micronutrient application. 12.5 kg of micronutrient mixture formulated by Tamil Nadu Agricultural University should be mixed with enough sand to make a total quantity of 50 kg for 1 hectare. The most important step is topping. Topping is the arresting the terminal growth by nipping the terminal 10 to 12th node for controlling excessive vegetative growth. The next comes the most important operation in any seed production plot is roguing. Cotton crop should be rogued for off types, selfed plants from vegetative phase to harvest phase depending upon the plant stature, leaf size, leaf color, hairiness, stem color, flower color, petal spot, pollen color, number of symphodia, bowl size, bowl shape, pittedness of the bowl, etc. to maintain genetic purity. Next comes the field standards. The field standards will always be said as the maximum permitted percentage. It will also vary between varieties and hybrids. The off type for foundation seed for variety is 0.1% and for hybrids is also 0.1%. For certified seed production, the off types are 0.2% for varieties and 0.5% for hybrids. Next comes the irrigation management. Irrigation has to be given once in 10 days. The critical periods are boll formation and boll maturation stages. One of the most specific problems in cotton is boll shedding. Boll shedding will occur either during extreme dry climate or less frequency of irrigation or physiological disorder. To avoid boll shedding, we have to spray 40 ppm of NAA, that is naphthalene acetic acid, and Cycocel at 20 ppm to minimize boll shedding. Next is harvesting. Harvesting usually has to be done for seed production when the seed attains physiological maturity. For cotton, the seed attains physiological maturation at 45 days after anthesis. The initiation of hairline cracks on the dry bolls are the physical symptom of physiological maturation. During the time of physiological maturation, the moisture content will be 30 to 35%. The bolls are harvested at pickings in cotton. Due to continuous flowering habit, once-over harvest is not practiced in cotton. As and when the boll bursts with hairline cracks, the bolls are collected and dried. Normally, 5 to 7 pickings can be practiced in cotton crop, but earlier 4 to 5 pickings are recommended for seed purpose. Harvesting in the morning hours up to 10 to 11 am only when there is moisture, so that dry leaves and bracts do not stick up to the kapas and lower the market value. The kapas has to be picked from well burst boll only. We have to remove the kapas from the bolls and leave the bracts on the plants. As the kapas is picked, sort out good puffy ones and it has to be kept separately. Stained, discolored and insect attacked kapas have to be kept separately. Next important step is kapas sorting. Kapas is sorted manually to pick good quality seeds. In this, hard locks have to be removed. Hard locks means kapas without proper bursting and lint is light yellow in color. Hard locks may result in poor quality seeds due to bollworms or other insect attacks. Skewed bolls or ill-filled or non-viable seeds are formed if stigmatic lobes are not pollinated. Next comes the ginning and certification. The crossed kapas should be ginned in separate gins erected in authorized seed processing units or farm gins under the close supervision of the authorities who are concerned to ensure purity and avoid seed damage. The seed in 2 types of mesh to remove small shriveled seeds, broken seeds and clean perfectly from any dirt or dust. After ginning, the seed should be dried well and cleaned by hand picking. After cleaning, certification agency will take sample for testing germination and genetic purity. Minimum seed germination for cotton is 65% and genetic purity is 90% and these purity standards should be maintained. Certified seeds will be bagged in 1 kilogram bag, sealed and details regarding its origin, germination, physical purity percentage, genetic purity percentage besides season of production are passed on to sales agencies or respective producers for commercial sale. Uncertified seeds would be procured by the concerned department or agency at the market rate for the ordinary cotton seeds for further multiplication. This step is essential to avoid unauthorized sale of substandard uncertified seed. Next important operation is processing. The ginned seeds or the fuzzy seeds are graded by hand picking and by pressing on the wire mesh sieves to remove the undersized seeds and dust particles. The seed standards for cotton is the minimum physical purity should be 98% for both foundation and certified seeds. The maximum percentage of inert matter allowed is 2%. The maximum percentage of other crop seeds and wheat seeds allowed is 5 numbers per kilogram of seeds in foundation stage and 10 number per kilogram in certified seeds respectively. The moisture content for foundation stage is 10% in moisture pervious container and 10% for certified seeds. In moisture vaporproof container for both foundation and certified stage it is 6%. Next comes seed storage. The seeds can be stored up to 9 to 8 months in moisture pervious container and up to 12 to 15 months in moisture vaporproof containers. Before storage, the seed has to be treated with carbendazim at the rate of 2 grams per kilogram or chlorine based halogen mixture at the rate of 3 kg per kilogram. These seed treatments will protect the seed from storage fungi like Aspergillus species, and they will preserve the quality of seed during storability. Mid-storage correction: the fuzzy and delinted seeds can be soaked in double the volume of 10⁻⁻⁴ molar solution of disodium hydrogen phosphate for 2 hours and 1 hour respectively. Then the seeds are shade dried and sun dried to bring back to original moisture content of 10 to 12%. The mid-storage corrections improve the planting value of old seeds. The dead seeds may also be removed by soaking acid delinted seeds in monolayer for 3 hours and drying back to original moisture content. The seeds, when put in potable water, will separate into sinkers and floaters. The dead seeds will also become buoyant and they will float. By this, the substandard seeds or dead seeds can also be removed and good quality seeds can be used for further seed production.